So this is multiple choice question 5 from the 2020 General Exam paper. And we've got determine the equation of the least squares line where r is equal to 0.926. We've got x bar, now that's the mean or the average of the x's. Okay, so the mean of the x's, that's the standard deviation of the x values. This is obviously the mean of the y values. And this is the standard deviation of our y values. Okay, so to work out this question, we're going to have to use some of the formulas that we don't often use on the formula sheet given, where we're given that the least squares line, to get the slope of the least squares line, which is our b value. Now, we would have called that m back in junior, but now we call it b. Okay, so remember it's y equals mx plus c, or when we're talking about that in senior now, it's y equals bx plus a. Now we could work it out by using each individual x value minus its mean, multiplied by each y individual minus its mean, all summed together for each dot point or each data point, all over this the sum of each individual x value minus the mean, all getting squared. Now that's not the one that we use for this one, because we've been given this information here, and so this is like a double formula. This is this means that b is also equal to that. So first part of this is to say b is equal to r multiplied by sy over sx. So that's going to give us our gradient. And we've been given all those values, so we can simply stick those in, 0.926 multiplied by sy, which is 41.7, over sx, which is 2.3. And if we put that in our calculator, we're going to get, okay, let's see if the calculator will play ball with me. Here we go, 0.926 multiplied by, I'll put my fraction button once, 41.7 over 2.3. We get 16.788. So on and so forth. Now that tells me that our m value, our x coefficient, is 16.9. So it's really narrowed it down to either a or b there. So they're the ones that have a b value, or a gradient or a slope of that. Now the next thing we want to do is work out our a value. So it's either going to be that we've got negative 1146.51 or this negative 18.70. So we've got to use this formula now. So we're going to go a is equal to the mean of the y values, the average of the y values, minus the slope times by the average of the x values. So we've got all those values now as well. We've got y is equal to 68.6 minus b. B we worked out before to be 16.788, etc. Multiplied by the x mean, which is 5.2. Again, we'll get out our calculator and stick all that in. Oh, goodness me. let's go back. 68.6 minus 16.788. I'll use the unrounded value, use the rounded value there, approximate value, and we get negative 18.697, which is around about negative 18.70. So that tells us that B is our correct answer. So we've got that as our A value, that is our B value. So that is what we should get.